Alright then guys, we last left it as we bought this Zonda S. We tuned it all the way up to the maximum, as you saw in the last video. And we are currently in it, as we said we were going to do Italian avant-garde. Now if I remember rightly, this should be a load of Zonda race cars, I'm hoping. If not, then we might have a bit of trouble. Don't worry about them. 2 trophies that are silver. We will go back and get those gold when we've got a faster car. Let's have a look at the information. Yeah, Zonda race car. See, right at the bottom there. I don't know if you can read that. Zonda race car. Zonda C12S you could use, which is what I'm using, or you could use a standard Zonda C12, but I don't think the C12 would get a fast enough horsepower for the race. There you go, all race cars. There's going to be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully, if we've got everything in it that we need, we should be able to do it, and we'll hopefully last all 10 laps unlike them, so we should be able to get there. Now my car is practically going to be uncontrollable due to the high power of speed, so we hope that just by pure luck we might be able to win the event. Got to do it forwards and backwards, and it's Rome every time on this track. No matter what you choose, it will always be Rome for the Italian event.
Pikachu? Pikachu?
I even think even the Italian event in GT4, if I remember rightly, has got Rome circuits in it as well. I kind of prefer this Rome circuit to the ones they used in the later GTs though, like GT5 and 6. I much prefer this Rome circuit. It's a shame they didn't keep Rome short going as well from GT2, because that would have been a nice touch. Just look like some of the beginner races, obviously, not the professional league or the amateur league. But it would have been a nice touch to keep some of the short tracks going on still. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. I always find this event extremely tough no matter what I'm doing. It's just by pure luck that you win. Because the Zonda race cars are automatically fast on their own. I don't think they've got any upgrades though, which is why we can keep up. But I mean, they're quick anyway. Pagani Zondas are always quick. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, almost 3 more seconds behind. They are really hammering it. I'm just gotta hope that their tyres wear down quicker than ours. But they might use the pits. If they use the pits, well, my tyres might last all 10 laps. I do believe that the zone to race car is only winnable from this event. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it is only winnable from this event. I know you can get multiple cars from other events, but I don't think that the zone to race car is winnable from this event, winnable from any other event. Slightly catching up now. We've moved up the position. There we go. Hopefully now, if we're good enough, we should be able to, without hitting the other car, obviously. I'm trying not to hit the other cars, but it's difficult. I mean, a full powered zone to C12S. Moved up another position, third now. I'm just hoping these tyres are wearing down on them quite quickly. And my tyres hopefully don't wear down too quickly. Oh. There we go. Crashing sometimes, just over a second behind. Quite good. Quite nice there, it's just over a second. And that's how we gotta keep on going. Ooh, trying to do that. Don't want to hit the wall too many times because that will obviously give them the advantage. Even though this thing's fully tuned, doesn't make a difference. And if you crash, you're going to lose all your speed anyway. Yeah, block that zone. Right. Come on. Oh, not meant to do that, but hopefully we're pulling away now, hopefully. 1.5 seconds. Not much considering their race cars. It's going to be pretty tough to keep a lead. Hopefully then, with this fully powered, we might be able to create some sort of gap. I do know that it's going to be hard to keep above these zone to race cars. I mean, the last time I did this event, I think it took me a fair few tries, but I was younger back then. About a kid probably when last time I did this event, and that's when I didn't realise about all the suspension settings, what different tyres could do, and like washing your car would give you extra speed, changing oils and stuff like that. I did not know all that back when I was a kid, so a bit more knowledgeable now. Just hopefully we can crack on, hopefully, and do it first attempt, hopefully. We're hoping first attempt anyway. I mean, if we can't do it first attempt, we'll just come back and try again. I might need to improve the brake power, but apart from that, should be alright. Not much I can do with the brake power anyway. Brakes on the cylinder are horrible. I mean, when it's stock, this car ain't too bad. I mean, I did the Polyphony Digital Cup when I was a kid with this car. I just bought the fastest one I could get my hands on at the time when I was a kid. You know. Who doesn't when they're a kid? Just buy the fastest car they can and just go blazing through all the championships they can. But I mean, I want to try and show as many cars as I can, so I'm going to use the XJ220 road car for the Polyphony Digital Cup. That's going to take me some time to do as well, because I mean, that's 20 laps per track. It's like, got like 10 tracks in it. Oh, we've got a fair bit of a distance between us. 5 to 6 seconds. Their tyres must be wearing down quite badly. The only thing is, though, I don't think this track's big enough for them to use the pits on. But if their tyres are wearing quicker than mine, that's a good sign for when we go reverse. I know it's pure road, but at least we can use this as a justify part for the next one where we've got to go reverse around the track. 6 seconds, so we are pulling away, we are creating more of a gap. So the only thing I suggest is that their tyres are wearing out of it quicker than this I thought originally. I mean, if they end up using the pit, they use the pit. If they don't, they don't. I mean, my tyres shouldn't degrade too quickly in like 9 or 10, to be honest. I mean, I'm expecting orange colour by the end of the race. Hopefully they don't go to red, because if they go to red, that means I've got no grip, no life in the tyres. And I'd be basically like racing on ice. You let it go to red. I mean, some cars you can get away with it. Some cars you can't. And we shall see what happens. So far, it's taken us just over 11 minutes. By the end of the track's probably going to take about 13-14 minutes. That's what I'm speculating. 13 to 14 minutes to do the track. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, we are definitely pulling away. They're all bunched back up again. I know they're all the same car, but still, there are chances for one or two to pull away. But they're all bunched again. I think it's probably about 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds between the first race car to the last race car. Is what I'm speculating anyway. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not. Oh, there you go. There you go. So they all enter the pits. So if I had a 16-second lead from them going into the pit, from when I crossed that checkpoint for them entering the pits, and they've just come out, and you're about to hit the first checkpoint, how many seconds do I have? No, come on, tell me. .29 seconds, so about 30 seconds. Okay. minus 16, so you're looking about, as long as you're no longer than probably about 3 to 4 seconds behind them from when they enter the pits, you should be able to win the race. That's speculating you've got a decent powered one of these, Zone S, a decent handler. I mean, you don't have to whack all the upgrades in like I did. I just find it easy to whack all the upgrades in. And so they're what, on the last couple of corners, we'll see how long it takes them to finish. Shouldn't be too long. They are around last corner now. Just approaching the finishing line. There we go. So they did it in 30 seconds plus. So you're looking at around, if you do this track in under, let's say in under 14 minutes, you're on to a winner. I shall see you next on the reverse track. And here we are, guys. Same track, reverse. Now this might be slightly harder. I'm hoping they do the same trick they did last time, which is where they went to the pits on lap 9. Because then we'd have the same advantage again. But this might be slightly a bit more difficult, because I mean, I've got the slower end of the course first, which is where I've got to use the brakes. I mean, there is a couple of fast bits like this straight, but I mean, you do the slower bit of the course first and the faster bit of the course last. I'm just hoping that I can keep a lead on this bit. Some of you might find reverse easier than forwards, just simply so that the zone just can't pull away on you straight away, which might give you an advantage to try and get in the lead and make a bit of a dash for it yourself. See, I'm already in the first, just under a second of advantage lead in my heading my direction. But you might find it's easier going reverse because this section of the course is last, which is where I think for some reason that the computer always overbrakes. They overbrake it on that corner for no reason. Still trying to wait for the tyres to heat up. Get a bit of understeer. I'm assuming their tyres are fully heated by now. As always, the computer always has quick heating tyres, and they always last long. So I'm not sure, they may have hard tyres on. So, please do not give me a nudge. Very nice of them at all. Probably not happy because I won the last race. Alright. Back set are heating up nicely now. Hopefully. The tyres heated up a little bit more. I've got a bit more grip. Cold tyres are the worst to drive on. Never enough grip because they've not been heated up at all. But I don't get why. The fact that you need the tyre symbol for 10 laps in GT3. I mean, you need a tyre symbol technically every track, but I mean, you wouldn't need to use the pits every track. Some you would, some you don't. Just depends on how vigorously you drive and how you use your tyres. Realistically, I mean, if you've got softs on, the heavier the car, the faster you drive, the quicker they wear out. If you've got mediums on, the weight of it just degrade its normal pace with the weight of the car and the speed that you drive. And I mean, if you've got the tyres that I use, I love these tyres by the way, super hard. They are the longest lasting tyre. I mean, you saw in the last event that they lasted all 10 laps without a problem. I'm hoping I can do the same with this. It lasts all 10 laps without a problem. If they last all 10 laps without a problem, it's fine for me. Because I don't really want to use the pits, means I'm trying to take out race cars. Don't get me wrong, I like this car, but it certainly has a tendency to oversteer a bit. Oh, I forgot that poking out bit of the barrier there. No idea why that was poking out. I mean, if you got any of you guys watching know why there's a bit of barrier poking out there, let me know. Might just be the design of the course, probably. I don't think this is a real Rome course. I mean, I think this is one made up for Gran Turismo, because they didn't license the proper Rome course until GT5. But yeah, do let me know if you know of any other courses before like GT5 and some in GT4 that I know are real race courses that had licensed tracks. I mean, if any of the other games had licensed tracks that aren't GT or Forza that are worth a shout, please drop them and mention them in the comments. I mean, I shall, when I get a chance, I shall read the comments and mention them in a video if you guys would like to check them out. I mean, if any of you guys enjoy these kind of videos and you want to do some yourself, and you've done some yourself, some gameplay throughs, 100% completions, or 80% completions, even any speedruns that you guys may have done. Drop your channel in the comments and I'll give you a shout out in a later video. I mean, it's always worth mentioning other people's channels. You never know. I mean, I'll definitely check your guys' channels out. I mean, come on. Definitely check them out, see if there's any videos, even anything I can help out with, or anything that you guys can even help me out with. I mean, I'm always looking for tips and run-throughs of games that I may or may not own. I mean, I'm always intrigued to see what you guys are into. I mean, what things you collect, whether you collect games. I mean, there's people out there that I know that I have watched who collect gaming figures, like your little Skylander figures, or even the big, more expensive ones, the limited collector's edition ones that come with games. Doom. I don't know if there was a Doom one, but I think there's a Doom figure out there. And I do know that there was a Fallout 76 screen thing that they used. I can't remember what it is exactly, but I do know there's one out there. And I know that there's a complete special edition of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that was released on Switch, obviously. That came with a big massive banner and some limited edition amiibos that people collect, or any bits and bobs that you collect. I mean, anything that you collect is a collecting. I mean, for you it may be shoes. You might like collecting different styles of trainers. I'm rambling on now. But as you can see, lap 7, whilst I've been talking to you guys, not been creating much of a lead, but I'm still in the lead nevertheless. I think now though is when I'm going to start pulling away, because they're all pretty much bunched back up again. I think there's 1 or 2 dropped off a bit at the back, and yeah, lap 7. So I'm going to suggest probably in the next couple of laps they'll probably use the pits. I'm hoping so, because then that will give me a bit of a breathing room. If not, then we're just going to have to do it based on pure skill. But they do tend to take roam backwards slower than they take roam forwards. I mean, what? By the end of the track, I did it in, what, 30 minutes, 14 seconds? I think backwards is going to take me longer. I think backwards will probably take me just over 14 minutes. We're looking about 14 minutes, 10 seconds, I think. That's my prediction. We shall see if that prediction holds. If it does not hold, then I obviously did it quicker or slower. Hopefully not slower. That's, I mean, slower. That would be terrible. That hairpin's so tight. Gotta be careful on that hairpin, especially when your tyres heat up like they are on me. I mean, in the earlier laps, it doesn't really matter, except for when your tyres are cold. When they start heating up and they're in the green zone, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to watch what you're doing with the power. But when they start degrading, and they're going to start going into the yellow, orange, or even red stage, if you take it that far, you have to be careful how much throttle you put on, because you got the tendency to spin out there. I mean, I think the car's starting to try and slide now, but I mean, we got 1 lap left after this lap, and I'll probably just end up going for it. Only purely simple reason is I can't bank on them pitting again. If I enter the pits, they'll all overtake me. I've got no chance. I'm just gonna have to go with it. Nope, there you go. Told you. Car oversteer. So I wasn't watching what I was doing with the throttle, I just hammered it on. Rookie mistake. Yeah, I mean, I've had a pretty much comfortable race going backwards. I built a lead. I got first. And we're just about to hit lap 10, last lap. Okay, so of all the zone to race cars, I think only 1 actually entered the pits. Only 1. So all them, excuse me. So all them race cars, and only 1 entered the pits. So we're just gonna have to go on the fact that I've got a strong enough lead of what, about 7 to 8 seconds, and that the fact that my tyres don't degrade too quickly. I don't mind them catching up a little bit, but as long as all my lead isn't eaten away, all my leaders easing away, then there's something wrong. They probably took about a second out. On the very last corner now. Once we go around here. Not the fact that I need to hit the brakes, because my brakes aren't going to slow the car down anyway. It's me. There we go, folks. Just under 14 minutes. And if I am right, it should be the Zonda race car we win from this. Building our credits up nicely, almost 13.1, 13, sorry, almost 3.1 mil. It'd be nice to have 13 million. But yes, I think it should be the Zonda race car we win from this. It's definitely in the shape. There we go, the Zonda race car. There you are, guys. Alright, let's find out what's next on our list to do. So I know we've still got a few events left, but we are getting through them quite nicely. Race of the Red Emblem. Looks like we're gonna have to get us. Looks like we got some skylines. What we got? Skyline GTS Type S, Loctite Zexel, Calsonic, Road Car, Mini Skyline, Pennzoil, Nismo GTR. Let's go have a look, see what we got in the garage. GTR. What do we got? Oh no, I don't want that. There's no 400 Rs exactly powerful either. GTR that's lower, that's quicker. No. Okay. I'm hoping. Where is it? Alright, if this hasn't been tuned, we're gonna go tune it. It says tuned, so I assume it's been tuned. I don't know if all the parts have been put in. I think only sports parts have been put in, so it looks like you can hold the raise bar to a turbo. 657 there. We'll put all the parts in it. We'll put them all in. I can have them all. And 10.
Pikachu?
I'll put them all in. go from there. I mean, I need as much as I can get out of the car anyway. Because I do know that the GTRs are going to be extremely quick. I might as well make the car lighter. Nope, I've already purchased that one. Drive. Clutch. Tie wheel. Quick drive shaft. Racing. That way I can increase the gear ratio. Full customization of your limited slip. Engine exhaust. Let's just put the power. Let's put all the power in. Seven, 8, 9. Full engine balancing. 807. Displacement increase. Oh, not very many cars have these. I mean, in GT1 and GT2, if you try to increase displacement or balancing it, I can't remember which one it was, but one of them barely let you do it. I mean, that's the first time I've been able to do it in GT3 that I can remember. I mean, I can't remember if I did it in any of my earlier cars, but I'm pretty sure I used pretty much the Subaru Impreza rally car prototype for majority of the rally events. I mean, we shall do that with the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, stay awesome.